Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to start filling in the area between the walkway and the existing front garden bed. And again, as I stated before in previous videos, and if you haven't watched my previous videos, please go back and watch some of those previous videos. I'm going to do the no dig method. And if you're new to the channel, thank you, welcome. Simply to break it down to the simplest terms, it's going to be laying down cardboard on top of the grass, placing compost on top of that. I'll be putting some mulch down as well, just to help try to keep the weeds out. We're getting into springtime and weeds will be popping up. The mulch helps a little bit, but anyways, and that's about it. What will happen in the upcoming months, you know what? Let me start putting some stuff down so I can show you how it works, and then we can go on from there. Also, if you don't follow me on Instagram, give a follow on Instagram, please. I usually post up pictures there that you won't see here on YouTube. If you don't want to sign up for another social media application, just head over to my website, growinggreenfinger.com. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, I have my Instagram photos there. And they usually update on a fairly regular basis. So again, you can check out what I post up over on Instagram over at growinggreenfinger.com. And while you're there, check out some of my badly written blog articles, and then also there's links to my store and a few other things. So again, growinggreenfinger.com. Let me get on with this and stop prattling. There's really no special techniques. Again, if you're new to this, if you're a more experienced gardener, this is probably second nature to you. But basically what you're going to do is just take cardboard, and nowadays I think we all have a lot of cardboard from online shopping. In fact, I'm ripping up right now is an Amazon box, and just going to layer it over each other. There's no special rule of thumb. You don't need to put down 57 layers. Just try to fill in between the gaps. A couple of layers probably does the trick quite well. Once that's done, again, you can put the compost right on top, and I'll pull you guys in closer in a second here. Here we go. I just took, again, the cardboard, ripped it up there, placed it on top of the grass. Compost grows right on top. And then I'll put mulch on top of this. So let me do a little bit more, and then we'll talk more about this. Well, there you go. I started the process, and I obviously still have a lot to do. I have a lot more cardboard, but I only have one bag of compost left. So that's going to be it for today. But again, you can see how the process works. It's fairly simple, and you could do this pretty much anywhere. I've done it to the flower beds. I have to do it out in the new in-ground veg area, and I'll cover a bit of that when I do that. I've spoken about this ad nauseum before, so if you want to learn more about no dig, go check out Charles Dowding. There's a lot of good things to be said about it. Probably the biggest pluses I have for me is that I don't have to tear up all this grass. I don't have to destroy or disturb the living organisms that are in the ground, the earthworms, beetles, etc., etc. The grass that dies back provides nitrogen for the soil, which is always a plus. The cardboard does rot down. Now, again, I'm in growing zone 8A, Eastern North Carolina, and the cardboard here will be gone probably by August, September at least. If not sooner, maybe a little later, depending upon how much rain we get. Now, one of the things that you may have seen or may see, or maybe you do if you do no dig, is you wet down the cardboard first and then put everything down on top of it. I don't find that necessarily necessary, and also I'm going to get rain on Thursday and Friday. So all this cardboard will get thoroughly soaked because it's probably going to be a downpour or two. So the mulch will absorb the water, whatever it can absorb will go down into the soil will absorb whatever it can, and whatever it can't, the cardboard definitely will. And all that will just soak up moisture, and the heat and humidity that we get throughout the summer, it will just rot away in no time, which is a good thing. but it'll be around long enough that it'll kill the grass that's underneath it, which is also a good thing. And that adds, again, nutrients to the soil. So I'm going to cover up this whole area, and probably next time I talk about this will be in the springtime, once I start getting ready to plant all of this up. Now, again, the compost I put down is only a few inches thick. So when I go to plant stuff up, it will probably, I will add more compost at that time. I think that's it. Basically covers everything I kind of wanted to say. But you can already see my thought process, or the plan, as it were, of what I wanted to do with this area, why I have the raised bricks up. They'll help hold back the compost and the mulch. I'll just expand all this, and it'll just give me that much more to grow into. I can hopefully in time have large drifts of whatever it is I'm wanting to grow, instead of being confined to narrow spaces along the hedge line here, which is never a fun thing. It will also allow me to turn around and plant more sun-loving plants towards the front, whereas I necessarily couldn't do that before in this bed, because probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, all this goes into shade, this back area here. Sun rises over there, sets over there. So this frontal area right here stays in sun just a little bit longer, so I can put a little more sun-loving plants there. And I can put plants that are a little more shade tolerant and shade necessary, such as maybe like an agapanthus or two, towards the back over here. Just gives me that much more room and flexibility. And again, I don't have to tear all this up, which is a plus. So if you haven't tried No Dig, give No Dig a try. It's, again, a very simple process. It's not as labor intensive as if I was trying to dig something up. I'm prattling on. If you have any questions, comments, etc., please leave them below. I always appreciate that. I always look forward to any and all comments, and it helps the YouTube algorithm. Again, if you haven't checked out growingaggreenfinger.com, please go check that out. Check out all the links below in this video. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Click that bell icon to be notified when I do post up a new video. It just might be something you're interested in, or just looking forward to me prattling on. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.